What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? So, this video is gonna be on the dating channel. I got more stuff that I want to share with y'all about women that I've learned, and most of the stuff I tell you guys about women, I literally have learned in my own life. It's like I kind of figured certain things out. I figured the ins and outs, and I figured out things that you should do and shouldn't do with women when you're dealing with them. All right. I'm trying to keep this channel very like positive as well. I don't want it to be like negative, because I'm not on like no woman hating thing. But there is like certain stuff that you should do when you're dating women. Number one is it's kind of a contradiction. It's like you should have expectations, but you shouldn't, if that makes sense. At the beginning, you shouldn't have any expectations. You should just be pretty much strictly just having fun. That's it. But then when it does become a point where it's like, okay, she does become your girlfriend, you do have to set boundaries and expectations. That's just how it is. Because you don't want to kind of just let her do whatever in the relationship. Because when you let people kind of just do whatever, and you don't put up any stop signs, anything where you're like, no, I don't want you to do this, I don't want you to do that, then people think they could just run all over you. So you have to put up some boundaries and have some standards about yourself and have some rules. That doesn't mean you don't have to necessarily be like some serious ass nigga all day though. I've heard a lot of dudes say that you got to be serious around women. It's not necessarily serious. It's more of like you don't want to be sitting there clowning around all day long. You get what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to put in like 300% energy. Does that make sense? And what I mean by that is the dudes a lot of the time when they do something, they do it way too over the top. Does that make sense? So it's like when they act like a clown, they're sitting there acting like a clown for like 3 hours. It's like, all right, bro, like you ain't gotta do that. Do it in small little bursts. You know what I'm saying? Be silent and smooth and chill, relax. But then every once in a while, be goofy and funny. You get what I'm saying? There has to be a balance. You know, there has to be a method to your madness. You don't want to just be sitting there doing that all day long. Because after a while, it's just going to come off as you just being some annoying dude. You're either going to come off annoying as hell and irritating and nobody's going to like you, or you're going to come off as a dude that like really needs validation from women and people. That's why I would say you don't really want to do that too much, and you kind of always want to be kind of in your own circle. One of my earlier videos, one of the shorts that I had, it said, you want to be comfortable being alone and kind of being in your own little corner and being cool with being alone in your life. I'll give y'all stories about that shit. I remember when I was, and I still do this now, but I remember I did it even more when I was younger, where it was like I would just go places alone and I would enjoy myself. But before I was less talkative. Now I'm a little more talkative, and I'll actually like go when I go to places. I'll talk to people. Like the other day, I went to a bookstore and I sat there and I talked to a couple of people. I helped this little special girl find a regular show because she really freaking wanted a regular show comic. So I literally was determined to find this girl that damn comic. I sat there for like 20 minutes looking through this giant freaking pile of comic books. Finally found something that was regular show. It was the Adventure Time regular show crossover comic. And then I gave it to her and she was just kind of like, meh. She's like, crossover comic. She's like, it'll do. I was just like, what? I was like, girl, I sat there for 20 minutes to find that stuff for you. And then God hooked me up later on. I ain't gonna tell too much about business, but God hooked me up with something later on. I could see that it was God. I always see when God blesses me. But yeah, so basically, I used to more so before. I used to be more silent when I went out and would just be alone and doing my own thing. I just have music playing. I still have music playing. I still do my own thing, but now I'm more talkative towards people. But stuff I used to do, like for example, I would go to the movies alone. Like I remember when the Tupac movie was out. I remember I went to go see that by myself. Walked up the street, went to the movie theater, paid for my little ticket, sat in a little corner until it was time for the movie to start. I went inside the movie theater, there was only like 3 people in there, and I just watched the movie, chilling. I constantly was doing stuff like that, and it was just fun enjoyment. Because you realize when you get older that a lot of people are just very drama filled, and I try to lower the amount of drama that I'm dealing with. I don't want to be sitting there dealing with somebody who's full of drama. But I have had women actually come up to me and see me like hanging out alone, and they'll come and like ask me random questions. You know, little black chicks come up to me, little white girls come up to me. Latinas sometimes, not always, but I have had them like come up and just ask me like random questions and stuff. You know, they be so, what are you here alone? You know, like how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing good. You know, um, I've also had like the opposite where you know you look at a chick, they look at you, and then they just kind of walk off. You know, because that's another thing I want dudes to understand too. This is some more game that I want to spit to y'all. Is everybody ain't gonna like you. All right, you gonna have a lot of motherfuckers who do not like you, do not care about you. You gonna have some chicks that try to clown you. You gonna have some chicks that might call you creepy, weird. Um, it is what it is. And you're gonna always have dudes who try to sit there and clown you as well. It's gonna happen. It's destined to happen. You know, all you can really do is stand on your 10 toes, and you can either challenge them, or you could just zone them out because they ain't really worth it. Because most people ain't even worth the hassle. Keep it 100. You know, choosing your battles is 100% so fucking true. Because some people you're not gonna get through, and some people mess with you because of jealousy and envy, and they mess with you because they ain't got nothing else to do because they bored. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. So once you have the realization, you know, once you live in the real world and you understand, yes, there are gonna be women who gonna like me, and there are gonna be women who can't stand me and think I'm irritating or create this false villain in their freaking head. You know, like I'm some kind of fucking villain, even though I don't even know this chick from a can of paint. I just met this chick a week ago, only talked to her twice. She already created me into being a villain because I'm not giving her attention like all the other niggas is. Because if you know me, I'm not really a thirsty type. You know, like I vibe with everybody, but I stay in my own little corner. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I usually at work, I don't really talk to women at work. I've learned not to. um, and that leads me into my next thing. Be careful with women at the job, okay? Um, and be careful with, I call them loopy bitches. Now, what loopy chicks are is basically these are women that'll be at your job, that'll come up to you. They're all kind of goofy acting, but you can kind of see that they ain't all the way there. I learned that those type of chicks, and sometimes those chicks will flirt with you too. I've learned that those type of chicks a lot of the time are drunk, high. Some of them do crystal meth and shit like that. Some of them do shrooms and shit like that. They be intoxicated. They be cross-faded like a motherfucker. And it took me a while to even notice that shit because I never really pay attention to people like that sometimes. Sometimes I do. Like sometimes my observation skills are really good, but sometimes I'll be aloof and I'll be having my headphones on and I don't really be paying attention. You know what I'm saying? But I've noticed that there are chicks like that, and those type of chicks are intoxicated and they're out of it a lot of the time. And these type of women will flirt with you and do all that stuff with you, but the next day they ain't intoxicated. They don't even know that they was doing all that shit the day before. So I learned to leave them type of women alone. I started figuring out a lot of this shit. And I'll give y'all a little story. Excuse me. I was working at, I'm not going to say where I was working, but I was working inside a factory, right? And there was this little young nigga. He was probably about, I want to say he was 18 at the time, and I was like 23 at the time. So he's probably like 22 now. And young niggas talk a lot of shit, and they just try to start a lot of drama and shit. And I remember telling him one day, because he used to always try to talk shit to like all of us older niggas, and we would just kind of look at him like he's a little ass kid, nigga. Like, we looking at you like you 18, but we looking at you like you 15. Like, we ain't looking at you taking you seriously at all. But this nigga, I remember there was this little Mexican chick in my job, bro, and this little nigga was so sprung on her, bro, and grabbing all up on her, and she used to be flirting with him too. She'd be sitting there flirting with him. She would act like she couldn't stand this nigga around people, but then I would hear them talk to each other, and she would act like she was like she really liked this nigga. And I told him one day, I said, "Hey, bro," I said, I would leave that alone. And he's like, "Fuck you, nigga." You know, all that young nigga bullshit because they so fucking stupid. But he all, "Yeah, nigga, I know what I'm doing, nigga." And I'm like, "All right, bro." And again, I'm indifferent. Like, we wasn't friends, but we like talk sometimes or whatever. I'm indifferent with motherfuckers because motherfuckers be acting weird. But I remember he came outside one time when I was coming into the building, and he kind of just looked at me, and he was just like, you know, and I was like, "You got fired, huh?" And he was just like, "Nah." He's like, "Bro, they brought me into the office. They brought her into the office, and we wrote down, um, on these sheets about what's going on and whatever, whatever." And I was like, "Damn." And then I guess he got into a fight with some kid or some other kid or something. And he was like, "So I'm just waiting for them to call me back or whatever." And I'm like, "All right, bro." So he got in trouble for sexual harassment. He got in trouble, I guess, for fighting some other black kid, you know. But he's like, "I'm waiting for them to come back." And do you think I saw that nigga again? Hell no, that nigga didn't come back up there. I knew that nigga got fired, and I knew it was gonna happen, and I warned him about it, and he just kind of was, he's kind of out of it, bro. I was just like, "All right, bro." But I say all that to say this: she was one of those. She was one of them loopy women. Real shit. She was one of those ones that, and she even talked about it. She used to drink. She used to smoke. Do shrooms. I don't know if she did crystal meth, but I do know that she like lost like 20 30 pounds, and she was in really good shape. Like she looked good, but at the same time, it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I don't know, bro. Like I don't know if I don't know if she sniffed or whatever. But motherfuckers in factories always be doing shit like that. They be like smoking and sniffing coke and all that type of shit. Like it's not surprising. I've had a lot of them tell me that shit, but I don't know if she ever did it. But she turned out to be one of them loopy chicks. And I'm telling you, at your jobs, bro, leave loopy chicks alone. Them chicks who smoke weed, get drunk, constantly sitting, even if they flirty, rubbing them, leave it alone. She tried to do stuff. She tried to mess with me, bro. Try to get me to chase her around and shit. She wanted me to chase her. She wanted me to be like one of her thirsty niggas. It wasn't that she liked me or nothing. She just wanted me to be one of her thirsty niggas. I know women like the back of my hand, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. And it was pretty obvious she just wanted me to like be chasing her and doing stuff. And I'm like, I just wouldn't do it. I was just like, nah, bro. But me and her was cool though. Like the funny thing is, me and her never had no beef. Me and her never got into it or nothing. Cause like I said, I kept my distance. I keep my distance and I'm indifferent. I keep telling people, niggas, hey, bro, stop being all up on a chick. It is what it is because they always gonna do some. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them gonna do some weird shit, bro. You gotta observe. You gotta, scope out the area and see what type of chick she is. I always do that. Because I can always tell which chicks are going to call sexual harassment. I can tell you which chicks are going to call molestation. I can tell you which chicks are going to call rape. I always know. Because I'm cautious as a bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be like, hell nah. I don't know if that's just because I'm an Aquarius or whatever. But I be cautious like a motherfucker. I'll be like, hey, they ain't about to get me. Fuck that, bro. I'll be like, hell nah, bro. Man. And it's always not really a surprise when I see like brothers get in trouble because I'll be like, that nigga was too damn thirsty. That's why I be telling niggas, control your thirstiness, bro. But it's always funny because the women that get niggas in trouble always be cool with me. Like we never had no beef. They never try to get me fired or nothing. It always be funny as hell. But like I said, I'm not really that thirsty, And I only talk to chicks if they 100% are acting like they fuck with me. That's how I am. I'm not messing with a chick who acting kind of weird and shit. Like if you a chick and I say hi to you and you don't even attempt to give me a hug or nothing, I don't really mess with you like that. And I go as far as they gonna go when it comes to work chicks. Like chicks in real life, I'll go talk to, get their number, stuff like that. But work chicks, I'm different with them. It just is what it is. Because for one, they know where you rest at. That's what I call it. You know what I'm saying? They know where you work at. So they can fuck your shit up. That's why I'm so cautious at the workplace, bro. I'm telling you. What else was I gonna tell y'all? Also, y'all want to be like 1,000 steps ahead of a woman. Like it is what it is. If you talking to a woman, you want to be able to observe her and know exactly how she is, and be 100 to 1,000 steps ahead of her, and always be using your damn brain and using this head instead of this head. Real shit. That's why I always tell dudes, this is a big thing for you guys that you should never ever do. Stop texting chicks. Stop messaging chicks in the DMs. Call her. You wanna get with a chick, call her. because DMs and text messages, she could always screenshot them shits, and afterwards, after you guys are done dating, she could put them out there and use them as like, she can make it be like, see, he's abusive, and blah blah blah. Because nine times, and I don't really understand why so many women do this shit, because it ain't even that damn serious. But after they date you, even if you were a dude who literally was the best dude she ever dated, even if you never did nothing wrong to her, you never abused her, you never hit her, none of that, afterwards she's still gonna put on a whole fucking show like it's a fucking movie. So she's gonna be like, yeah, she's gonna use everything that she's ever had with you. Let's say y'all used to make videos together. She might, like, let's say y'all used to make TikToks. You pushed her a little bit. She might use that and be like, yeah, he used to do more than that behind closed doors. He used to like beat me and stuff. So you gotta really, I'm telling you, I would say don't do no videos with her. Don't be sitting there texting her all day. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to her on the phone, but all that stuff, leave that stuff alone. And then when you're talking to her on the phone, stop telling her about your whole damn life. Stop telling her your whole life story. Oh, and back when I was 7, this happened. And back when I was 10, my freaking so-and-so died. And then back when I was this happened. Stop telling them all that. Stop telling them all that. Because they're using everything you tell them they're going to use against you, even if they just your friend. And then every single text message y'all have, they're gonna send to people and use as evidence to say that you were like abusive and shit, and videos too. So I would highly, and be careful with having sex too. Don't be letting her camera y'all having sex, because women throw out exposed videos too. She'll be like, see, look, his dick little. That's why I tell y'all niggas, hey, be careful, bro. You want to be cautious. Don't be like my brother in this story. And this story is not fabricated. This is a real ass story. Look, I ain't got no type of script. Look, I ain't got no type of script or nothing. This is dead ass just me telling you this story. This is 100% a real story. That nigga got in trouble with sexual harassment. And the proof was, nigga, it was on camera. But I'm telling y'all, 100%, alright, you should be thinking about 1,000 steps ahead. Never text her. Only do calls and let her do most of the talking. Y'all niggas need to learn how to shut the fuck up. Stop telling women your whole damn life. Seriously. I'm not trying to be negative, but for like real shit. Because, like I said before, every text message you send, she can screenshot it, use it and shit, say you were abusive, use it in court and shit. Every email you send her, she could use in court and shit. Some women actually record your phone calls and shit. Because I watch women podcasts sometimes, and they literally do all this shit. And they will fabricate a whole story. It just is what it is. This could literally be the woman you've been dating for like 6 years that you literally have loved, and she will do this. And a woman is going to naturally test you in a relationship. She's going to test your strength, your ambition, your masculinity. They all do it. Every single one. Even female friends are going to do this shit. They're going to try you. They might call you a bitch a couple of times just to see it, like how you going to respond to that. That's just in their nature. It is what it is. I'm not saying that like one of these motherfuckers on like female nature. Nah, this is just really like what I have experienced, bro. Even the good ones do this shit. And what usually helps you is just having that indifference. And like I said, I believe I did it in a past video. I believe I put one on the channel. Well, maybe not. Did I put it? Well, yeah, I did. I put it in one of the other videos. You always really honestly want to be indifferent. You always want to never be thirsty. Okay? Make sure you give women space. Don't be sitting there on the phone with them every single night of the week. You know, they need to kind of miss you a little bit. And you really do. Niggas be trying to pretend like they're busy. No, nigga, really be busy. Like, do stuff, bro. Like, find ways to make you some bread. Don't pretend to be busy. That shit lame as hell. Like me, I really be busy. Like, I'm on this YouTube thing constantly thinking of brand new ideas and ways to get better on YouTube. And one big thing I noticed is that a lot of YouTubers have like 5 different YouTube channels. And I thought to myself, I never really paid, it's like I paid attention to it, but you know how you pay attention to this shit, but you don't really notice it, if that makes sense? It's like that doesn't make sense. Like, you'll notice some shit, but it doesn't dawn on you that that's helping them. You get what I'm saying? So, like, for example, you'll see niggas with like 5 channels, and you'll just be like, damn, this nigga got 5 channels. But you don't notice that's getting their face out there more. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't start noticing it until later on. You're like, okay. And that can help you with your business. And it's also because YouTube puts a lot of restrictions on shit. You know, they be wanting verification codes. It'd be, oh, this video too long. You can't upload this one. You got to do verification code with your phone number, and then it's oh you're freaking putting out too many videos in one day. You need to do another verification. It's like, damn niggas, just let me make videos, bro. But is there anything else? Is there something that I'm missing? Okay, I told y'all about the loopy women, the ones who be doing drugs and smoking and drinking and shit. Thinking 1,000 steps ahead. I talked about that. Gave y'all some nice little stories. Be cool with being alone. Believe it or not, women actually find a man who's alone to be more attractive. Because when you're in a group, it allows them to pick and choose. When you're in a group, let's say there's 5 of you dudes. Now there's 5 dudes to look at, and there's 5 energies and frequencies and vibrations that a woman is feeling at one time. But if it's just one dude, it's just you. She's feeling just your vibration. She's looking at just your face, and she's feeling just your energy. And that's what you want. That's why I tell niggas, while you're at, like, let's say you're at work or something, a woman walks into your job. Instead of being in a corner like other niggas, because a lot of the time niggas will all pile up in the corner for some reason. I don't know why that happens. Instead of being with them doing that, you sit over here in the chair over here and chill by yourself. Okay, you don't need to be in the middle of their group and jumping around acting goofy. Because a woman is going to see their energy in this corner and them jumping around like little kids, and they're going to see your energy over here like, okay, he more reserved, he more calm. And that actually does make a lot more women decide to go and talk to you. I can't tell you how many times I've had women go and talk to me instead of talking to the other dudes because they jumping around acting like little kids, but I'm just kind of sitting in the corner. And I'm a goofy nigga myself, but I'm not goofy all day, every day, all day long. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be sitting there and doing all that stuff. But that's some little game for y'all. I want to give y'all something else too though. You know what's crazy about you? You know how you'll get on videos and it's like you'll have all these ideas before you get on an actual video, and then when you get on the video, it's like the ideas want to disappear. But I want to give y'all genuine shit. I don't want it to be like I'm just reciting some shit that I heard from some other dudes. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think I've heard any other dudes talk about the loopy bitches. so I feel like y'all would like that. Yeah. But loopy bitches, think 1,000 steps ahead. Stop texting chicks all day. For one, it comes off as like you a little ass kid. Why you texting a chick all day? Grown ass men call women because it takes way more balls to call her than to sit there and just be texting all day. And like I said before in another video, you don't want to be thirsty, but you don't want to be like super non-thirsty. So you don't want to come off as like you're not interested at all, but you don't want to come off like you're super freaking interested. It's just like the porridge system. I tell you niggas, use the porridge system with women. It works beautifully. Because women are like this. This one's too cold. They're like Goldilocks. This one's too cold. This one's too hot. This one's just right. That's really how it is with women. They like when you kind of like them, when you're indifferent, when you're in between. And they like when they know you got another woman, and they like when they know that you're genuinely busy. Like, this nigga really is busy. He's really trying to follow his dreams. He's not pretending to be busy. It is what it is. Because some niggas will try to pretend to be busy, and I'm like, you don't want to pretend to be busy. You want to genuinely be busy and genuinely trying to, up yourself in your career, and whether you're trying to become YouTube famous, whether you're trying to become an accountant, a doctor, a mathematician, a teacher, whatever it is, movie star, movie director, author, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you want to be genuinely like putting forth effort into that. So I'm about to start doing that even more now. Because I don't really have necessarily a lot of free time, but as a human being, you got to create free time, and use it. But yeah, I'm gonna get some more videos for you guys. I got way more stuff. Like, for example, I have a comedy channel that is coming up. I'm going to do that shit. Matter of fact, I might do this after this video or after the next one, because I want to make at least like 5 videos today. That's really like the goal. But I hope you guys can use this information as best as possible, and I hope it helps you with women. Again, stop taking women so motherfucking serious. That's another thing that I want to tell you guys. Guys take women way too damn serious. And don't get one-itis. Stop being obsessed with one woman. It's not that damn serious. There are literally thousands of them out there. And believe it or not, there is at least 10,000 of them that think you're sexy. You'll be surprised. Real shit. You just got to go and talk to them. You got to go outside. That's another thing I want to tell men. Go outside and talk to some women, my nigga. I don't know why niggas just sit inside and be hating all day. I went outside yesterday. I always go out, you know what I'm saying, to go cash my little check, whatever, and I'll go walk around the city and talk to other people. Do that. I don't know why niggas just sit in their room sad as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you doing that, bro? And being like a red pillar and an incel. I want to make videos on that shit too. All right, y'all stay tuned. I hope y'all having a good day. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow my freaking my After Dark channel, which is on anime, movies, and just my random thoughts. That channel is called Low Key Sule After Dark. It has a little picture of Tolkien from South Park on it. From the one episode where Cartman's messing with him. He's like, just give me a damn bass line. So y'all go look for that. And the next channel that I make, the comedy channel, is literally just gonna be Low Key Sule stand up. So stand up like like stand ups. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you can get some knowledge from it. I hope you learn from it. I hope it will help you, in your adventures to go and get women. But peace and blessings. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Have a good day.